This is episode number 46 of the Feed Me, Fuel Me podcast with our special guest, Chris Jennings, owner of FNAO, Failure's Not an Option. Welcome to the Feed Me, Fuel Me podcast. My name is Jeff Thornton, alongside my co-host, Michael Anders. Each week, we bring you an inspiring person or message related to our three pillars of success: manifestation, business, fitness, and nutrition. Our intent is to enrich, educate, and empower our audience to take action, control, and accountability for their decisions. Thank you for allowing us to join you on your journey. Now let's get started. We would like to thank our sponsor, XD Fitness. XD is the leading company in Kevlar-based fitness equipment. XD has revolutionized the industry with their fitness equipment, including medicine balls, kettlebells, sandbags, and lifting accessories, such as lifting belts, jump ropes, and wrist wraps, all made of DuPont Kevlar. Go check them out at xdfit.com and join the Kevlar movement.
Hey, what's good, fam? Welcome to episode 46 of the Feed Me, Fuel Me podcast. Mike Anders here with my co-host, Jeff Thornton, and today we have the vessel of failure is not an option.
Yeah.
Chris Jennings. What's good, homie? How are you, man?
Doing good. Life is good. Woke up this morning. I'm blessed. And I'm just ready to get after it, man. Win the day.
That's
I
what's
love
up.
it, man.
Yeah.
Did you train already this morning?
I did not. I'm waiting for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to get me on a rest. Trying to get me on a rest day. You see
Oh,
that?
yeah,
You see
Absolutely.
You doing CrossFit training or you doing bodybuilding style?
Man, so I'm doing the CrossFit, but the bodybuilders and all the physique shows and all that, trying to pull me that way, but CrossFit is where I'm at, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
Can't get. Hey, man, he stops by the gym every once in a while and just, put 500 on there.
I believe it.
Hits it a couple of times, and he's like, "Hey, man, he's so quiet."
Yeah.
He's like, "Y'all got some more weight."
Stop it.
So that's why those weights were left out the other day,
Yeah,
huh?
man. He
Shit.
don't clean up after himself.
Nah, that wasn't me. That wasn't me.
That's awesome, man. Nah, hey, we were sitting down, chatting the other day after you stopped by the gym, and we dove into a little bit more about what failure is not an option is all about, its origins and your direction with the whole thing, man. I thought it was very inspirational tale that you tell, and it was definitely worthwhile to have you on the show to spread that message. But for everybody who doesn't know who you are, where you come from, and what you're all about, give us the cliff notes of your journey, man, from the humble beginnings in West Virginia to Scottsdale, Arizona, and running the show, man. What's up?
Right on. So yeah, I was born in LA, raised in West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia, by Marshall University in the area. A couple of high-noted people came out of the area, Randy Moss, Chad Pennington. So, we try to be on the map.
Randy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try to be on
Okay.
try to be on the map. But yeah, came from Huntington, West Virginia. Came out here in 2004. I missed my ACT score by a point. Had to come out here, West Virginia, Purdue, UK, all the major universities pointed me in this direction. I came out here with nothing promised, nothing guaranteed, but just a dream, a goal, a vision, and a plan. And I made a promise to myself before I got on flight to come out this way, and I promised myself I was going to go to Division I, and I was going to go to the NFL, and that was it.
Nice.
And it's kind of funny. I actually dressed up at the age of 18, man. I dressed up in a suit and tie, and I came out because in my mind it was a business trip.
Yeah.
And being young like that, it really didn't register until I got older, and I was like, man, that's what I did. Like that took place, that happened. So, but I came out essentially on a business trip, man, and went to Arizona Western University.
Out in Yuma.
Yeah.
Hot as heck out
The
there.
armpit.
Yeah.
The armpit.
I was stationed
Yeah,
there. That's where I was stationed.
Yeah, the base, huh?
Yeah, with the Marine Corps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super crazy, man. How'd you like it there?
I'm from DC, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you was like me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Where am I?
What year was this? Did you in Yuma?
2004.
Okay.
You were there
Yeah.
before. Oh, you were there before the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had like
I got
one
there
Walmart.
I got there when they was finishing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there 08 to 12, man.
That's
Yuma, for those of you who don't know your geography, Yuma's where you stop for gas
Yeah.
on the way from Phoenix
Yeah.
to San Diego.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
you don't do nothing else in Yuma.
Yeah.
Really? All I know is the movie.
That's what it looks like today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you blink,
Gone.
you can't get gas for another 200 miles. Yeah.
It's crazy, man. So yeah, just being down that way, man, and that was a culture shock for me coming out here, especially seeing the temperature 115 degrees threw me off.
Yeah.
Well, where am I? Am I in hell, Lord? Not now. So went out that way, man, and I'll never forget my junior college coach. He had asked me what my plan B was in life. And at the time, like I said, I made a promise to myself about my plan A, and that was the only plan that was going to work. So not being arrogant or conceited at the time, but I told him, I'm going to the NFL. And he was like, okay, that's nice. A lot of athletes want to go, but, what's your plan B? And I said, well, I don't have a plan B. My plan A is going to work. And I was just confident in myself. And that's something that, of course, along living this thing called life, you have to have confidence in yourself. Humble, I say humble confidence. Be humble at the same time, but be confident in yourself. So had the confident thing going for myself and just really went out. Then I was introduced to this thing called scat backs. Little scat backs, 5'9", 5'8", little running backs. And I'm a big boy coming from back east and about 215 coming out of high school. And these guys are like 198, 180 something. And I'm like, what is this? And they had a different style, just being just super fast and quick. So I implemented that in my game, and it helped me in the long term of what they call a slasher, a big back in between. Between the scat back and the power back. So that took me and got me opportunities at the University of Arizona where they weren't too certain in their running back they had that time. And for me, I saw a huge opportunity when I found that little that pause in their confidence in the running backs they had there. And once I like a shark, when you see blood and water,
get it.
Oh man, it's time to eat.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, and I took advantage of the opportunity, and Arizona State, they wanted me to come up here and play strong safety, but running back was where my heart was. So I stayed committed, to where my heart was, and went and walked on at University of Arizona. The second game of the season, got a scholarship, 20 yards, record book, third person in Pac-10 history. Everything just was an epic night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Epic. And
who was that against?
it was against a Texas team. I forget. It was a Stephen F. Austin.
SFA?
Okay.
Yeah. Stephen F. Austin, man. And then that was it was amazing. Amazing feel, man. So after that, I'm trying to speed this up. After that, I from there, the going into my senior year, I came in the underdog of the Pac-10 in terms of the running back position, and from there, Stoops, Mike Stoops and them, man, they, God bless their heart, they had a thing for playing freshmen over their seniors.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was like super. Like, what are you doing?
Got tired legs, huh?
What? Nah, he was just backwards in his thinking. I don't know, man. God bless his heart. But he set me my senior year, man, and I didn't get to play. Me and the 5 other seniors, we didn't play.
No kidding.
No, absolutely.
Wow.
What
And
year was he there?
He was there. My last year was 06. I was there 06, 07. So
Okay.
and then draft class 08. So he was there, those years, and probably a year after I left, 2 years after I left, and then he got fired.
Okay, yeah.
Right before Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
remember that. I remember that whole change.
Yeah, man. So he set us the whole year. I just had a strong will and mind, and I remember what I promised myself before I came out here was where I was going to go in the end. And I was to the NFL. So, in spite of all the setbacks, they say setbacks are a setup for your comeback. Yeah. So I endured through that time. It was mentally tough, and I just said, when they call my number, I'm gonna go and perform, and that's it. And when they don't, I'm gonna cheer others on and just play my role, play my position. And the pro day came, NFL came. I did well. I did very, very good actually. Only thing I was slightly behind. I ran a 4.5, and I came up with McFadden in them.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So running 4.5, those guys were like 4.4, 4.3 guys, man. And but other than that, man, I was up to par with all my other numbers, vertical, everything. And so long story short, went to Canada, first and went to a workout with the Cleveland Browns. They brought me in for a workout, and then they said, we'll be in touch. I went back up to Canada. While Canada's a little bit ahead in the CFL, a little bit ahead, and we were in regular season up there, up north. In the NFL, they were still in training camp. So their running back got hurt, Jerome Harrison at the time. He got hurt, and they had remembered me and brought me down for another workout. I did well, and they kept me. They signed me at 11 p.m. at night, and from there, man, it was showtime. It was showtime, man. So in the midst of it all, it was just the promise I made to myself, and obviously failure could never be an option at all. And I stayed true to my plan A, And now we on the second half. Now we on the plan B. Now where we at in life is the plan B, and that's blessing others and helping them with my experiences and things that I've experienced throughout my life so far, just to encourage them and give them some insight to push them along the way.
Yeah.
And not allowing failure to be their option.
Right.
Right. I like that.
How long was your pro career?
Pro career, I played 3 years in the NFL, 3 years in the CFL.
Okay.
So 6 total.
There you go. Go. Hell, man. That's
Long story short.
That's
That's a journey and a half.
by post college statistics, that's a long career, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially at the running back position.
Sure.
You only played 3 years, 2 years if at that.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
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 Healthy? No
Healthy,
injuries?
man. Like we was talking about yesterday, man. I feel great.
Yeah.
They say when you hit your 30s, you at your prime. So, buddy asked me at another gym. He said, "Hey, Chris, if I can get you to run a 4.3, will you give it another try?" I said, "Man, CrossFit's my thing now."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
How's that transition been for you?
phenomenal. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it, man. CrossFit, there's no politics. You go, you lift your weight, you do your thing, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right.
Football, they got, if they make a trade for this person and that person, man, you get caught up in that, and then you cut, and then you on the next flight out. As fast as they get you in, they get you out even faster.
Man.
That's crazy.
Next flight, yeah.
It's cutthroat like that.
Super cutthroat.
Man.
They say the NFL stands for not for long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a bunch my rookie year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we both have a bunch of friends that have had that NFL experience, and everybody tells the same story. If they committed a bunch of money to this cat, it doesn't matter who's better. They're gonna keep him.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Yeah.
It's a business.
That's what it's all about. It seems that as you go through each level, it gets worse and worse from high school to college.
yeah.
Then,
Oh, yeah.
Because you mentioned freshman over senior, things like that.
Absolutely.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that Arizona Western program that you came out of, though, they turn out a lot of NFL cats.
Yeah, man.
That's a really successful program.
Yeah.
And having not gone the JUCO route, I played a year at Air Force Prep, so we played a bunch of JUCOs.
I've heard of them.
How is that experience that in that junior college limbo between high school and D1? Does that experience, because a lot of kids, having coached high school football, a lot of kids look down on that JUCO experience and say, if I can't go D1, never mind. And I got a bunch of kids. You met a couple of them the other day that have D1 talent, but they're late bloomers. You know what I mean? And the one kid that you met the other day, he decided to put his career on hold, and I was like, that's probably the worst thing you can do, man.
Nah, man.
You got a lot of options, man. You need to stay with it. So for those kids or the kids that come up short on their grades, how do you express the advantages or the importance that junior college presents?
Man, when I was listening to you talk just now, the thing that came across my news feed was the biggest risk is the one you never take. That's the biggest risk of it all. The one you never take. You sit on, or you just say, hey, I'm gonna do something else, and then it would be the death of me, man, to be 40, 50 years old and to look back and say, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have did that. And for the young guy yesterday, I actually told him that. I didn't know that y'all had spoke or he had told you what he was going to do. But, yeah, I said, man, the biggest risk is the one you never take. And he kind of let that marinate. He said, man, that's a mouthful. Yeah, so my thing to any high school person coming out of a kid coming out of high school trying to go to college or D1 or whatnot, and like myself, I've never heard of a JUCO. Coming from back east, it was Big East, Big Ten, all of your D1 schools, powerhouses. I never knew what JUCO was.
Right.
So when they pointed me in this direction, I came and at first you have that young mentality of I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be at the next level. What am I doing? Man, there's some of the most talented athletes I've played with to come out of JUCO. Mm-hmm. We had one guy, man, we used to call him Mike Vick because his game really emulated Mike Vick.
Really?
To a whole nother level, man.
Yeah.
Was nasty with it. And then I went to division, when I went to U of A, man, it's a lot of comfortable talent.
Yeah.
They say it was a thing in the weight room. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Yeah.
And it was so much talent I saw, but they just was comfortable because they had got the scholarship. They was cool.
Right.
So where I didn't have a scholarship coming on, I was super hungry. Like, hey man, you want to go work out again? You want to go do this? You want to go catch some footballs? And they were just like, nah, man, I'm tired.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all crazy.
Yep.
But it didn't click that they already had what I was trying to get.
Right.
But I'm not just trying to get that. I'm trying to get more than just that. I'm trying to go to the NFL.
Right.
So when I look back on that, and the guys that I did ask to go do, you know, get the overtime working with me, they didn't go pro, man. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's level. When they say it's levels to it, it's levels to it, man.
For sure. Yeah.
And you don't want to get stuck on any. I call it the lobby level. Mm-hmm. Like a hotel, you have the penthouse, you have the 7th floor, 12th floor, but you have that higher level, and you don't want to get stuck on the lobby level, man. You want to just keep going.
Right.
Next level, next level, next level.
Absolutely.
No limits.
Yeah.
Where'd you develop that mindset, even as early as flying out to Yuma for your JUCO experience? Was that something that was ingrained in you as a kid, or was it just something that you learned throughout your process?
When I was in high school, my guy. So when I was in high school, I was in Huntington, West Virginia. It's a tri-state area. Mm-hmm. Huntington, you cross the bridge, you go over Ohio, drive 30 up, cross the bridge, you're in Kentucky. So it's a tri-state area. Yeah. And I was in Huntington, West Virginia, and my mom, some things went down, and my mother was like, "I'm done. I'm tired of these, folk here. I'm gonna send him back to California." And a gentleman stepped in the midst of it all named Linton Turner, LT, who I give my all to. He said, hey, Miss Jennings, if I can give him another chance, or if I can help him get in school but not take him too far away from you, would you allow me to do that? And she said, whatever, just to help him get out of here, I'm down with that. So coming from there and to bring it full circle, when I met this man, he played in Division I football. His coach was Rodriguez. So his mentality as a ball player on that type of level was, everything I needed, especially at that time in my life. So one thing that he did was he had me, I went and got a poster. And I didn't even know what this was until I obviously later on in life, and it's called a vision board. But I had a poster, and he told me to put a poster on the wall. And I did. So it was Michael Vick, Jerry Rice, and Emmitt Smith, I believe. No, Marshall Faulk. And just seeing that poster every day, I would just look at it before I left my room, do my little tap on it, and I'd go about my way. Every day, boom, see it, boom. So it was as a reminder of that's where I want to go. If they can do it, I could do it. So I kind of grew my mentality of being that you want to always surround yourself around great people. Mm-hmm. And surrounding myself around him and him giving me that direction to have a vision board, a poster of where you want to go in life. That's what helped me form that mentality of if they can do it, I can do it.
That's impressive, man.
Absolutely.
And what's even greater, too, because I don't know if you've heard of John Asaraf. Mm. He basically does all, mindset around money and things like that.
Okay.
And he was just recently on Lewis Howes' podcast. And what I caught interesting from your story is that you touched your vision board. Yeah. And then one thing he said to sort of, cement in that vision is when you read your goals or you write your goals or whatever, you touch it after you, and that creates the visualization because the electronic or whatever, the electrical sense of touching that goal or that vision creates it in your mind and cements it. Absolutely. So that's amazing that you picked that up, even maybe whether you knew it consciously or unconsciously. Yeah. But you cemented it in your mind that that was going to happen. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So coming out of the NFL, did your career end abruptly, or did you see it coming? Were you prepared for your transition away from the NFL?
it started hitting me around 2013 where I hung it up, and I just got tired of the bouncing around life.
How many teams did you play for?
So I went from Montreal to the Browns to the Jets after the lockout. That was during that time. Got caught up in that real snippet. Man, I wasn't getting no love, baby. No friends. I wasn't getting no love. And it was the lockout. All 32 teams, they had the mentality of we're going to bring everybody back from the year before because they know our system, and we're going to just rock with them. So no free agent that year got signed.
Right.
And what was crazy is me amongst 4 other running backs in the NFL had almost rushed for 100 yards. That in the preseason games, and I had humbly off of 4 carries rushed for 72 yards. I broke the longest run since 1999 by Curtis Martin from the line of scrimmage, but that still didn't get signed.
Wow!
So it was like, man, it's not even. It's a business.
Yeah,
it's a business. So when things like that start happening. And I already proved to myself that I could play at this level. Now just being consistent and being in the right place at the right time, right situation. The hopping around thing just kind of got to me.
Yeah.
And I said, man, it's not even about you, see. It's bigger than you. So at that time, the F&A had came to my mind in the off season. I was at home in my apartment in Ahwatukee, Arizona. And while I was over there, I was talking to God, and I had a moment, and I said, man, of just reflecting over my life, like what got me to this point and where I'm at. And I said, man, I made the vow to myself. I promised myself, so failure couldn't be an option. So, yeah, failure's not an failure's not an option. So I was like, wow, livid about it. And then I went to bed that night, and I was like, okay, now what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do with it? And God will speak to you in your dream. When that's the most still place, when you're at rest and not moving. In the day when we're living our life, we're moving all over the place, man. And we really can't hear, that little voice we was talking about yesterday. But man, when you're sleeping still, man, that's when he could really get, and you can hear that little voice become louder, especially in a visual aspect of a dream.
Right.
So, saw myself on stage talking to thousands of people. It was crazy. I woke up and I was very excited about it. My brother came in the house. He was like, man, he said, what's going on? See, I said, man, failure's not an option, baby. And he was like, his name is BJ, Brendan Denard. He said we're very competitive.
Yeah.
He played receiver with me at U of A.
Okay.
So very competitive. And he was like, YOLO. I was like, what's YOLO, man? I always heard of that. He was like, you only live once. I said, oh, so he tried to level up on me on my failure. So I was like, oh, okay. So I took a minute. I said, failure's not FN. Man, F&A. So I tried to punch back with it. So in the midst of coming up with that in the off season, then going back to Canada to play and being up there, I was kind of in the in-between state of, man, my mind was on F&A, on my brand and building that and giving it to the world and fulfilling that dream of being on stage and inspiring. But then I was still, the other half of me was in camp and going through the motions and everything. Right. So I just said, before I get hurt, they say if your heart isn't in it, you need to stop. That's when you get hurt.
Right.
So I just said, it's been real.
Yeah.
And I made that transition to come back. And then over the previous years, man, just been trying to learn how to build a business. When I was at U of A, I wanted to go and do business, go to the business college, and they or take business courses, get a business degree, and they had guided me in the direction of doing sociology, communications, your basic.
Who's they?
They don't want you to
yes.
succeed. They don't want you to do that.
They is everybody else.
So yeah, they were saying, so they said, because at the time they would say it doesn't take up too much of your time away from a playbook and learning.
Yeah. So this is
yeah.
So for those of you that haven't played a sport past high school.
Yeah.
When you sign that scholarship, you are officially an employee of the NCAA.
Absolutely.
Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Yeah.
You are in school to play your sport.
Yeah.
And when I left the academy and came down to East Texas State, I had to get waivers signed to take more than 12 hours by the dean of the college and my head coach. You know what I'm saying? Like they
That's
quote,
crazy.
air quotes, they don't want you to do that.
They don't want you to.
You know, we want you to get your play your 4 years in 5.
Help us out.
You know,
Yeah.
get us a ring if you can.
Yeah.
And then it's been real.
That's it.
That's crazy.
Thank you for your time.
That's
you know,
crazy.
so you have to I think my personal experience and opinion, you have to approach it from that business mentality.
You have
man.
to. It is a business.
And
Yeah.
you know, I tell people about the military all the time. You know, all the bennies that come on the back end that people kind of feel guilty about using. I'm like, Uncle Sam, the NCAA, they're going to use you for everything that you're worth. Take advantage of those opportunities and do the same back.
What's funny is playing the league, man. I heard so many little floating, things going around the locker room. Not for long, and you could let the game won't love you back, and then I even heard one thing. It's called. They said, man, it's legalized slavery.
Yeah. Yep.
Legalized slavery, man. They use you like cattle, and when you can't go no more, it's been real. And if you want to dummy back to the college level, they want you to take these specific degrees because they want you to stay eligible. They want it to be as easy as flow for you. They don't want you to be challenged because challenges can bring the
Take
Lord,
you away from the game.
Exactly. So to have easy flow degree path, keep you eligible, and then the long term effect is a communication sociology degree is counselor. That's a teacher. Something like that. So realistic, and we live in the business world, so you essentially have to go back to college to get another degree.
Right.
And so it's a business.
It's a real business,
man. It's crazy, man.
You have to go through it, man, because you go into it as high school. You have this camaraderie with your team because you grow up with these guys.
Yeah.
You get into college, you fall down with the injury. Move practice up.
Yeah.
You're just that little. You're like, coach is gonna care about me. No, next guy.
Yeah.
Next guy, and it's just a system, man. They just keep pumping you through it.
Yeah.
Like you said with the degrees, man, they don't give a crap.
No,
it's like,
man.
and that's why even if you're going through that, man, you have to focus on yourself and figure out what it is, because you can make it work. Like you said, they don't want you to make it work. If you want to get a higher level degree, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think, and most importantly, man, you just want to, it's plan A, and then that plan B with the JUCO coach. I remember him saying that if you can have a plan B in on paper, put your plan B on paper, man. And if in doubt it doesn't work, then you have something to fall back on. And we all have, that one, our main passion. But then we have others, along those lines. So I say go after that one until you can't go no more. And then go after your second. Don't just settle for less, man. Just keep going. And I would truly, truly believe that God has blessed us with so many gifts and talents within. It's already in us. The code, the DNA is already in us. Entrepreneurs, it's already in us. We were created from it. We were created by a creator. So it's only in us to create. You see what I'm saying? Don't settle for less. So, yeah, man, anybody, chasing their dreams or whatnot, man, just give it your all. Then if can't go no more in that area, give it your all in another area. But do not settle for less. And don't let failure be your option.
I like that.
Absolutely.
And go ahead, Durst.
So what is the mission of Failure is Not an Option as a brand now?
Honestly, man, like I said, I was trying to do it on my own for a while, and I'm just looking to partner and just to build a team, man, of like-minded individuals who have a passion for helping people, and obviously, y'all, who doesn't want to be the Nike or the Under Armour in apparel, sport fitness apparel, whatnot. But I want to give back, man, and help build communities and and mentor these young kids and link them up with those who they imagine having something where they can link with the Michael Vicks and the LeBron James and on a level of its impact, it's touching their life versus hey, go buy this. Hey, go buy these new LeBrons. So I really wanna get FNL to the level to where, you know, I'm touching the kids, I'm touching the youth, I'm touching the teachers, I'm touching anybody who lives who goes to do whatever they do in life to not fail. I want to touch them and inspire them to just keep going. And even like we said, the hotel, it's many levels. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't settle for less. You know, so I truly believe in anything we do, even us doing this podcast. You're not doing this to fail. You want to succeed. You want to bless. You want to get the word out. You want to give another perspective to somebody. So, you know, just keep going, man. And I want this so when I had the vision that night of being on stage and talking to thousands of people, I was like, okay, so how am I going, you know, how do I get to the people? And I reflected over my life, and I was raised to be a gentleman. My grandparents raised me. Mom was always there, just raised by my grandparents. And I couldn't dress like they call them a hoodlum.
Yeah.
I couldn't dress like a hoodlum. I couldn't have saggy pants at all. Like that was a no-go.
Yeah.
So being dressed to be a gentleman and to dress like you're gonna win something, like you want to do something with your life. I said, man, I'll be on stage talking to these people, but how can I touch the people? Give it to them through apparel. Give it to them through something that's inspirational, you know, that can speak to them, that can resonate with them on the inside, to go out and win, kill the day. I just posted something today on my Snapchat. If y'all want to follow me at Mr. Jennings 32, I try to keep it live. But on the Snapchat I posted today, I said you want to make your yesterday jealous of what you're about to do today. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every day you live like that, you're going to have a phenomenal life, man.
Right.
A phenomenal life. So, yeah, man, I just want to give it to the people through apparel to inspire them to go do whatever they want to do in life, be whatever they want to be in life, and never allow failure to be their option. Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
Yeah.
So just having that vision, that guided you towards creating apparel above everything else. That's interesting, man. What do you think the vehicle of apparel does for like moving your brand out there and delivering that message to people?
Man, like I say, I think it's, you know, we all wear clothes, you know, and it's one thing to wear something. I see Mickey Mouse shirts. I see all kind of stuff walking around these streets and in the gyms and so forth. Yeah. And I'm like, but hey, they might resonate with that. I don't know. I'm not the person to judge, but I know, you know, for me walking through the airport with the FNL shirt and people pass me by, and I even had a few people. I was in the New York when I was playing over there, and I was in the airport. Went up, got me a little coffee or something. I got donuts, something. I got something, and the lady at the register, she said, "What's FNA? Well, what is that? What does that mean?" I said, "Oh, it's failure's not an option." Oh my gosh, I love that. I live that. Oh my God, incredible. Where can I get it? So right now I'm at the phase of just getting it out in front of people's faces. I done seen Reggie Bush post about it. I done see Kanye. I done seen all these celebs post about. People post about it, but they don't realize it's an actual brand. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna get out there, but when it do, it's gonna pop, man.
You take
a whole nother level.
Take over that hashtag.
A whole nother level.
That's incredible, man.
Whole nother level. So one thing I learned along the way, as we was talking yesterday, everything we have done so far from playing football has been a team, a team aspect. Basketball, team. So I'm just looking for like-minded individuals.
There you go.
To get the brand out and to do good.
Yep.
Don't chase the money. The money gonna come, man.
Right. Chase
the passion. Chase the good. You know.
Right.
And even playing the NFL, I just love to play football. Along with that territory came the check. See what I'm saying? So you chase what's good, man. Do what's good in life, and like karma, it'll bring good back to you.
Sure.
Absolutely.
What is along your journey? What's the biggest lesson that your experience has taught you? Because you've obviously overcome quite a bit.
Yeah.
But what circumstance taught you the biggest lesson?
Circumstance. So here most recently in August of last year, my son was diagnosed with sarcoma cancer. And that was something I was like, what is that? And he just turned 7, and I let him bathe themselves and wash themselves. But after, I'll dry them up and make sure they got everything. And I saw his leg, and it was big, and I'm like, well, what is that? Did you bump your leg? Did you fall? Nah, Dad. He thought it was tickling. I was rubbing it, and he said it tickled, Dad. So I said, well, what's that? So the next day I said, okay, I'm gonna see if it's still there, and then we'll go from there. Next day, woke up, it was still there. And I said, yo, this is crazy. So I called his mom. I said, hey, you need to check this out. She took him to the hospital, and it was a tumor, a little mass in his leg. And the cells never died. They just kept, building on and living, and there you got the mass. So that was an eye-opener to me. And just to see, him go through his process. He has like 15 more weeks left. So he's going to, faith is everything, man. Mm-hmm. Faith is powerful. And praying is even more powerful, man. And I've just been praying night and day and having others pray for my son, CJ. But hashtag CJ Strong. Nice. But yeah, CJ, seeing him go through his journey, because everybody has their own testimony in life. That's his testimony in life. Mm-hmm. My testimony is mine. Yours is yours. So everybody has their own testimony. His is the battle of cancer at a 6-year-old child, and he beat it. And I created something for him to actually do every year annually is No One Fights Alone, and I donate to the Phoenix Children's Hospital. Last year I did 300 foreigner shirts to the main campus. They have 2 other locations, so I'm gonna hit them this year. But I just want to inspire other children to know that they're not in this fight alone. But the eye opener for me from his testimony in life was to see how he is so resilient every day, going through his chemo, his radiation every day, and he just got a smile on his face like, Dad, I'm good. Dad, I'm good. And it's like you see people every day complain about life. They mope. You look at them like, yo, what's up with you? Oh, I just, I'm not feeling it today. Or you got those who just kind of stay in the bed and they have no drive to get out the bed and go after and get it. And I got my son going to his chemo appointments, and every day he's like, Dad, I'm good. I'm good. So it's like I have nothing to complain about. Mm. And on top of that, to see his resilience and his strength and his nonstop. His nonstop fight every day and the chemo stuff is hard, man. I was getting hit up on the Insta Messenger and Facebook and all that stuff. People who were following me, about these alternative methods, and when you put in that position, you don't know left or right. You don't know what to do and what not to do. So you just got to trust and believe, and the best way you can, and ultimately pray for that guidance and direction. But he went through his chemo and everything, and just seeing him. And the way he upholds himself is like that lit a whole nother fire in my life. Like words can't even describe, man. And even doing this CrossFit stuff, man. Even when I'm tired and I'm feeling like I can't go no more, man. I have glimpses of him, when he had a surgery, him trying to walk on his walker and his, and the pad over his stitches, man. It was like he fought through that to go from the bed to the bathroom. He didn't say, Dad, I can't go no more. I can't do it. Can you pick me up? He was always like, Dad, I got it. I got it. And that just touched me on a whole nother level, man. A whole nother level. So failure is most definitely not an option. Absolutely.
That's crazy.
That's so powerful, man. That's powerful. Good for your son, man.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Hashtag CJ Strong.
Hashtag CJ Strong, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, that's huge.
It's big time.
But, that just speaks to you as a father. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That mentality, Dad, I got it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's, that might be something in him, but that's something about you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I say that from one dad to the other.
Yeah.
My son's 10 months.
Man.
And that's kind of how we treat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is you fall, pick yourself back up.
Absolutely.
And that, those early lessons, those pre-verbal lessons carry forward to 6 years old, 16 years old, 26 years old.
Generational lessons.
You went on a recruiting trip in a business suit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who taught you that? Your grandparents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, whether you know it or not, in the moment, you having an impact daily.
Yeah.
And it's huge for you from the seat that you sit in to recognize that and acknowledge that. and pay it forward through FNAO.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's bigger than the brand.
Yeah.
It sounds like
it's way bigger than the brand.
it's a philosophy.
It's a man. People say lifestyle. They always, I got this lifestyle brand. I got this, and I'm not knocking you, baby. But the mentality of your everyday living is not to fail, man. I looked at it at that point in time where you got bugs, caterpillars, and they don't get up to go out to get eaten. They go out to go and survive, to win, to last, to feed their family, and you see from an insect level to a human, to where we are as beings, man, you better get yourself up and go after and get it. You have to daily. And one thing I've been really learning lately is to get yourself out the way, man. Move. There's nobody in your way but you. There's nobody stopping you but you. Get yourself out the way and go get what's yours. Period. Your name is already on it. You just got to move him. That the loud voices in your head, man, you can't do it, man. Ain't nobody gonna hear you. Ain't nobody gonna allow you in their store or allow you to come and get on this team or this opportunity or get this job. Ain't nobody, man. Just go ahead and just cool out, man. Chill. Call the homie. Go call what's his name? Nah, man. You gotta get that little voice out the way. Move the big voices, the big loud voice in your head. Move them out the way and go after what's yours, man. Listen to the little voice, and that little voice is the one that says, keep going, finish, you can do it. You see what I'm saying? So we all had a little voice. I know I'm not no alien, man. We all got the little voices and big voices, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, you just gotta. And every day is choices. Which voice you listen to?
Right.
The little voice or the loud voice?
Right.
And going off that on a daily basis, what do you do from a daily practice or ritual standpoint from the time you get up to the time you go to bed
Man.
to sort of keep it going? You know?
Yes. I self-generate that fuel, man. So energy's everything. And in order to be great, you got to follow the greats, man, and not recreate the wheel. And you see Tony Robbins, and I watched a recent documentary of him. Eric Thomas, saw him when he came out. He was phenomenal. Man, I seen how Tony Robbins, man, he gets up and he jumps on his little trampoline. It was kind of crazy. I ain't never seen it before.
Not your guru?
It's
Is that what you saw? Yeah.
So he like jumps on his trampoline in the morning and it gets him, it wakes everything up within. Now, I don't jump on no trampoline. I get up in the morning, man, and Chris's ritual is before I even move out the bed and I just open my eyes, I start going down my list of gratitude. This is the gratitude list. Everything I'm grateful for. Thank you, Lord, for letting me see another day. Thank you, spiritual relationship I have with the Lord. Everybody has either a higher power or something. I call it what it is, Jesus Christ. So I go down my list of gratefulness every morning, and then when I put my feet on the ground, it's game time. It's game time because having that gratitude foundation is going to have you ready to attack the day. It's going to have you, thank you for my life, my health, my strength, my kids. Thank you, Lord. This everything. Once you get that you should be live and awake. Period. You see what I'm saying? But if you're not grateful for nothing, then why are you lit? Why? Come on, man. Why? So at the end of the day, you just gotta be grateful, man. You gotta be grateful. Let that be your foundation to go and attack the day. And then after that, man, I go through everything I have to do for the day, my to-do list. And then I actually set my clock on. We in the West Coast. Arizona has their own time, never changes. But I set my time for East Coast time. So I wake up early. Early. They right now 2 hours ahead. So yeah, I'm on that time right now.
Okay.
I'm on that time, man. So I set my alarm, or I set my clock for their time and East Coast time, and so I can get up with everybody else and attack and win the day. According to where I'm at in the time zone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's legit.
Man.
I like
man.
that.
Oh man, doing big things. So what's next for you, man?
Man, this CrossFit is my new NFL. So
Okay.
yeah, that's we were talking about that yesterday. That's my thing. Real estate. I did a 3-day crunch course for that. That's a focus of this year. that's real estate is something that can never. Real estate is something that can always be passed down from generation to generation to generation. So you can pass a chain, a necklace, T-shirt, things that they don't have value like that. Probably a heartfelt value, but real estate, man. I really want to get and attack it, man, and give it to my kids, and somebody along the line in your generation has to take the sacrifice, has to take the ultimate sacrifice so other generations can benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? So there wasn't any land or anything passed down to me. So I think that it would be beneficial and a blessing to mine, and their kids to have something passed down to them. So that's a focus. Okay. CrossFit to the real estate game.
Yeah.
And then I'm leveraging all of that for the F&A because that's the lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's the mentality of why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
If you don't have a why, then why are you doing what you're doing?
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So where are you going to finish in the Open, man?
Brother. Last year, I honestly...
I just want a prediction, man. I just want a prediction. Are we going to see you in San Antonio at the regionals? That's what I want to know.
I believe that, man. Honestly, a humble confidence, and you gotta. But like I said earlier, you gotta have that humble confidence. I really believe that all the hard work I've been putting in, all these 200-300 burpees I've been doing, these double unders, all these.
You got big dude problems, man.
I feel you on that.
The struggle's real on that one.
Oh my
The struggle's really
God,
real.
super real, man. Last year, my first year doing CrossFit, I finished 160.
Good
out
God.
of 8,300 people.
Yeah.
So I'm not far off.
Okay.
Where others, they finish where they finish. But this year, I would say top 100, easy. Not easy, but respectively, attacking the workout and finishing it strong. Top 100, and then as a team, as a gym, I believe last year we finished 37th, and I believe they take either the top. What did they take? The top
30?
Top 30.
It was a 20 now.
No, it was top 20 individuals.
Top 20 individuals
out of the Southwest.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta look. It might be the top 10 in the Southwest because there's 30 teams in the super regionals.
Okay, so last year I thought it was top 15 a team and then top 20 as an individual.
Yeah,
last year, but I think it's like a super regional.
Right.
Super
so there's the Southwest, which is the Four Corner states, and Idaho, if I'm not mistaken, and then Latin America, and then the South Central, Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana. Those are all those regions are combined into a super regional in San Antonio this year.
So then they
so it's the top 20 from the Southwest, the top 20 from Latin America, and the top 20 from the South Central individuals, and it might be 10 or 15 teams in each one that all go. So
I'm pretty confident in the team that I was with last year. Every year, everybody gets better. That's the goal, is to get better and not be the best, but just to be good at in each area. So I'm anxious to see what the workouts are going to be.
Yeah,
for one.
You ready for them dumbbells?
Yeah, dumbbells cool. Dumbbells cool, man. The thing that really got me last year was the burpees over the bar facing burpees, and them thrusters, man. That was about it. Everything else, toes to bar, that was cool. But the handstand presses.
Handstand push-ups?
Oh my gosh. Upside down.
I hate them.
That's just nemesis.
That's my nemesis right
there. Oh man. I'm upside down like, why, Lord? Why?
Failure's been my only option on that
one. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. So yeah, man, this off season been just attacking everything out my weak areas. Try to stay consistent in my strong areas, and we're gonna see where everything.
I seen your strong areas; they real strong.
Yeah.
So I hope they got some heavy barbell in there for you.
Oh yeah.
Reason why I'm super humble when it comes to this cross, and it will humble you. CrossFit will humble you, man.
Quick.
Anybody can go. You can learn how to dunk a basketball and to throw a spiral or hit a tennis ball, but the CrossFit thing, man, there's no top. Like it's just a never-ending story, and it's just very humbling, man, just to know that there's other guys out there who are smaller in size than I am. I'm 230, 225 pounds, 5'11", and this guy's 190 some odd pounds lifting more than me. They got the technique down though.
My man comes in the gym the other day, dog. He's like, "Hey, they need weight classes, dog."
Yeah.
I'm like, dudes like you need to be in Rush Club.
Yeah. Real talk.
Hashtag Rush Club.
Yeah, man. Heavy on heavy, man.
Real talk.
Yeah.
You crushed that.
Go ahead and give Big Sam Dancer a run for his money. You know what I'm saying? One on one.
Yeah.
That
He's a
is,
strong guy.
you know, if you heavy and long,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
you got to be real good.
It's tough, man.
You know, but nah, man, that's exciting, man. You up to some really big things, and you know, you got a lot of blessings coming your way, man.
Yeah.
You know, like
I
you said,
received
failure is not an option, and you know the right people come into your life when you need them.
Yeah.
You know, and as long as you're on a mission to, you know, get the, you know, they say that it's more important to get the wrong people off the bus than it is to have the right people on it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
and as long as you're on a, you know, in an active pursuit to clear the negativity from your life,
Yes.
all you're doing is making room for the positivity.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You know, and you know, it seems like you've been extremely successful to this point in that endeavor. So as long as you keep that up, man, you're gonna do nothing but big things.
Yeah.
You know,
It's true, man.
So you know, but before we let you get out of here, man, I want to recap. And you know, answer this on any level, mental, physical, spiritual. You know, what's I'm gonna ask you two questions. What's one thing that you do every day to feed yourself and get that fire going, and you know, motivate you to get up every day? And then what's something that you do each and every day to feed yourself, fuel yourself, and keep that motivation going, man?
Okay.
Carry you over for the next 24 hours.
So to answer your first question is that gratitude foundation. Just to really be grateful for everything, because if you got what you deserved, oh my gosh. So it's a lot of faith. God blesses us and gives us favor, man. He gives us what we don't deserve, you know, and that's a major blessing. Even every time I get in my car, I say, "Thank you, Lord." You know, I go down and make my food. Thank you, Lord, that I have something to eat. I'm just grateful, man. You know, I was talking to my man Joshua Lelo, man. He went to another country, and he went India, and he was just, you know, explaining how the fourth world country, how it's like it's crazy impoverished, man, and to come back here to Scottsdale, Arizona, and just to see our blessings around us. Yo, you have to count them things, man. Count your blessings and be grateful for that. Don't ever be pride. Don't be prideful dirt, man. And reason why I say prideful dirt is not to go off on a tangent with the question you asked me, but man, I looked up the word humble. I like looking up stuff, man. I looked up the word humble. The word humble comes from the word hummus, the origin word hummus. Hummus comes from the earth. God created us essentially from the earth. He created man and woman. So why be prideful dirt, man? You know, why walk around and be proud? We're all made from dirt, man. Chill. Be humble, cat. You know? So, you know, I just try to maintain that humble mentality. Be grateful is the foundation of the everyday. And then the carryover effect is how can I make my yesterday jealous of what I'm about to do today?
I love that.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it, man. Make it epic. Live.
I love that, man. That's it speaks to the positivity that you create in the world, man. Seriously.
Absolutely.
And where can this community go to support you and everything you have going with Failure's Not an Option? You know, whether it's your business, your personal brand, where can they follow you and support your vision, your mission?
Yeah. So I'm really trying to up my social media game. That's something I've been slacking on, you know. But I really trying to up that. So the FNAO apparel, hashtag FNAO apparel on the Instagram. Trying to get the followers up on that. And just anything you do, you know, in terms of your everyday go about is the hashtag FNAO. You know, this failure's not an option. Hashtag FNAO. Hashtag failure's not an option. Hashtag CJ Strong. That resilient, that never give up mentality. You know, hashtag those as reminders. You know, to something that speaks to you or resonates. You know, it's easy to hashtag some goofy and silly stuff, man. But you start doing things that are meaningful. Your everyday go about should be something meaningful. Have a purpose and meaning in what you're doing every day in, day out. So the FNAO, hashtag FNAO apparel, follow on that. And then FNL.com. God bless me with that. Shout out to my mentor. Lock that down for me, the .com. It's hard to get a 4.
You got a 4-letter domain?
It's
oh
hard
my
to get
God,
that.
dude, that's
it's hard to get that.
Those are 7-figure domains.
It's hard
They're
to get
7-figure
that.
domains.
Hard to get that, man. So my
For
mom-
real?
4-letter domains are.
So you lighting him up right now. Jeff's in the tech space, man. He's all he's any and all things Snapchat, social media, website, web design, the interweb.
Okay.
Those are
The guru.
to get those domains. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
You
man.
deserve that though. Seriously, you
Yeah.
deserve that.
Yeah, because at first I was like FNL.co and all the other stuff, and to have that Nike, that's 4-letter word, right? You have those 4 letters, man. That's powerful. So I got the God bless me with that. So everything is there and in place and it's set in stone. Now it's just a follow through. Surround yourself around the right people. Get them off the bus. Get those on the bus. Get they off the bus. And get the right ones on the bus, man. And let's all win together.
I love it, man.
I love that. That's
it.
incredible, man.
Well,
Absolutely.
you know, you got a lot going on, and we really appreciate you taking time out of your day to be here and spread that FNAO message. Failure is not an option. So, you know, for those of you out there listening, make sure you get on whatever your favorite platform is and support everything that Chris has going on, especially not only FNAO apparel, but CJ Strong, man. That's big. That's big. And
just say real quick, man, the proceeds from purchases, T-shirt, the workout tights, the hats, anything that's on there, proceeds go toward the CJ Strong movement, which is trying, essentially blessing kid. I was on the elevator real quick. Elevator coming down from CJ's treatment. Kid on mom on the elevator, and she had, she was sitting there just to herself. And I'm a very personal person. Growing up, I used to always be like, Mom, why you always talk to everybody? Now I find myself talking to everybody, man. So I'm on the elevator and I say, if you don't mind, what is your child fighting? And she said, brain cancer.
God.
And I was like, wow. So the light bulb went off like, man, this CJ sarcoma cancer, man, everybody has a fight that they're fighting, in life, especially in this hospital, in this cancer hospital. So, yeah, CJ, proceeds go from the purchases towards CJ Strong. CJ Strong, no one fights alone. That blesses any child out there that has their own personal fight and what they're going through, just to remind them that they're not alone in what they're fighting.
Right.
Absolutely. So yeah, across all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, everything is just FNL apparel and hashtag FNL everything.
Beautiful,
Nice.
man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Love that, man. Appreciate you, big dog.
Definitely. We really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to be a part of our journey, and we are so humble to be a part of yours. So thank you for exposing the elephant with us today, CJ.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you,
Much
big dog.
appreciated, man.
Absolutely.
And until next time, guys, feed me, fuel me.
And that'll do it for this week's episode with our special guest, Chris Jennings. If you want to see everything that Chris has going on with his company, please go check out the full show notes on feedmefuelme.com. Also, be sure to connect with us on social media, including Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at feedmefuelme. We would love to hear from each and every one of you. We're excited to announce the Feed Me, Fuel Me Summit on July 10th, 2017 in Sedona, Arizona. Our keynote speaker will be Forrest Lustos. If you haven't had a chance to hear Forrest's story yet, be sure to listen to his episode, number 19, Mastering the Superficial and Becoming Exceptional. It's guaranteed to fire you up and make you take action. We've released event details on the website, and the summit is only a couple weeks away. Be sure to purchase your ticket on feedmefuelme.com. Click on the link 2017 Summit, and we'll see you there. If you found this episode inspiring in any way, please rate, comment, share, and subscribe so we can continue on this journey together. Also, be sure to share it with your friends and family on social media, including Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter, or any other social platforms that you use. We really appreciate you spending your time with us today and allowing us to join you on your journey. We would love to hear your feedback on this episode as well as guests and topics for future episodes. We would love to leave you with a quote by Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Thank you again for joining us, and we will catch you on the next episode.